Hello guys, welcome back to another chess video. This is Amit here, and today I'll be showing you all an interesting opening which white plays with d4, and in d4 he actually castles on the queen side and leading to an attack on the black's king side. So opposite side castling means there will be always an attack towards the black's king, or either a black's king or white's king. So in this game white opens with d4. Let's proceed with the game. It is played by Hag and Caesar. They are not that well known players, but this game is quite instructive as to how to attack if both the people castle on the opposite side. So I thought I would show you guys. So let's begin with the game. White plays d4, knight f6, c4, e6, knight f3, d5, which is the queen's gambit, and here e3 is played and c6, Slav defense is played here. So here knight c3 is played. These are all common opening developing moves, and knight b d7 and queen c2 and bishop d6, a3, and here white goes on an offensive on the black's queen side. Here it may seem like the black's position is quite good, and white will eventually play bishop to d3 and castle on the white's king side, but it is not so. As you proceed with the game, you will know the turnarounds which happen in the game. So black played rook e8, so bishop b2 takes and takes. Now e5 is played. Here is the turning point of the game, which leads to an attack, which is white castles on the queen side. Queen side seems quite open, but you can see here that black's king side is also quite vulnerable, because bishop on the c4 is eyeing the f7, and here opening with e5 and white's king is a center kind of seems like it was too urgently moved. So he should have waited and played b6 and developed his bishop to b7 and later continue on with the game, but he actually played e5 and white immediately castled on the queen side. Now this knight may even move to g5 and attack the f7 pawn, so it's going to be interesting in this game. And here black actually took the pawn on the d4, so rook captures the pawn on the d4 and bishop is attacked. Bishop on the d6 is actually attacked. So now queen has come to the rescue of the bishop, and bishop on the d6 is protected now for once. But here white is highly playing actively in the center of the board, so he is attacking the bishop twice with both the rooks. So bishop has to drop back, and bishop dropped back to c7. Now bishop b3 is played. Why bishop b3? Black knight may come to e5, so he played bishop to b3. So and a5 is played. Now black is trying to attack the white's king side, white's queen side, which now white is castled, so it can also be considered as white's queen side and king side. So he attacked with a5. Now here immediately white tries to attack the h7 as well as the f7 square with the knight. So white queen is eyeing the h7 and white bishop is attacking the f7. So white played ng5. Now it may seem open position, so black has to guard it with either knight to e5, but if knight to e5, f4 comes and he has to drop back and bishop takes the f7 and rook will fall. So instead of knight to e5, he drops his rook back to f8 and he guards the pawn comfortably. But now is the attack. Now rook plays to h4, attacking the h7 pawn thrice, whereas only twice it is guarded, that too once by a king. Now if black does not take drastic measures, now rook takes the h7 and queen takes the h7 and it's going to be a checkmate. so he has to play some drastic moves. But here h6 is played. Now you can pause the video in order to find the move for white. Yeah, the move for white is rook takes h6. Now rook takes the h6, so here white is sacrificing a rook for an attack. So here g has to take on the h6 and queen g6 is played. Queen g6 giving check. Now pawn cannot capture the queen because it is pinned by the b3 bishop. Now white is much faster in the attack, so white is much faster in the attack, and black has to play his king to h8. So now queen takes h6 and king comes back. Now you can pause the video in order to find the move for white, which is an attacking move in the next move, which is the move rook takes the d7. At this point Caesar actually resigned the game, because now if bishop takes the rook, then knight comes here. Now he is ready to sacrifice the knight as well, because if knight takes the pawn, then knight takes the knight, then queen to g7 is going to be a mate. If c takes the knight, then bishop takes the knight, and if queen takes the bishop, then queen h7 is going to be a checkmate. So if rook is allowed and black simply plays some move, then white will directly, without caring for the pieces, he attacks the black's king side and he plays the move knight to d5. Once knight to d5 is played, now he has to capture it. If pawn captures, then bishop takes the f6. Now the mate is inevitable and black actually loses the game. So queen h7 is going to be a mate. Queen h7 or queen h8 is going to be a mate. So this is how whoever attacks first in the position has a major advantage in these kinds of games. So black was a bit too slow, because while all the white's measure piece was on the king side, white's king side, and he was able to withhold the attack of the black, and he immediately attacked the black's king side because of the opening of the center for white. So yeah, hope you like this video. If you like this video and are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon if you want to get further notified of my videos. Thank you. See you all in the next video.